Hitting the Bibbulmun again, heading to campsite near Mount Dale. It's parked at Dale Road. It's about 2.5 k's in. An early morning walk, nothing crazy today, and it's just me.
I'm roughly 25 kilometres east of Armidale in the Shire of Beverley. It's here that the Bibbulmun Track passes Mount Dale. At 546 metres high, it's one of the highest points in the Darling Scarp. Mount Dale was once the site of a fire lookout tower, as it provided an almost 360-degree view over the national park and surrounding state forest areas. Nowadays a communication tower stands atop the hill, however the old lookout tower footings are still visible in the undergrowth, and stunning panoramic views from the car park make this a relatively popular spot for sightseers in the area. The hill was named after Robert Dale, a lieutenant who in 1829 became the first European explorer to venture into the Darling Scarp.
It's a very nice walk so far. Parked at Dale Road, and the beginning of it is pretty much a fire break track, and then thankfully there's a left-hand turn, and it ends up being a very small sort of track through a really nice island of trees, and sort of ended up in a bit of a sparse bit of forest. But the wildflowers are, and don't get me wrong, I couldn't name you one wildflower if I tried, but it does make a nice difference walking the Bibbulmun when there's a lot of flowers around. Definitely does add a bit more variety.
During 1987 and 1988, the then Department of Parks and Wildlife undertook a significant overhaul of the track. The project also included the adoption of the now distinctive woggle symbol onto the trail markers and the incorporation of the track into the state's Heritage Trail Network. 11.5 kilometres from Berrican Camp, you'll find Mount Dale Camp, nestled in the bush just south of Mount Dale itself. It makes for a cosy place to rest. If you plan on sleeping here, make sure you bring a tent, as this spot is quite popular, and with great views of Mount Dale and a 2.5 kilometre walk from a vehicle access point, it's not hard to see why. Mount Dale campsite has all the typical facilities of the huts along the trail. There's a space for sleeping, a water tank, toilet, as well as tent sites.
So I've just left the camp at Dale campsite and met a really nice couple over from Queensland, and one of the great things about this track is you meet people from all over the place. Well, they're actually doing the whole thing. They're on day 5 and started in Kalamunda. So yeah, good luck to them. I can only have the highest of respect for them walking the entire thing in one go.
In the Dreamtime, woggles travelled through the southwest, leaving traces of their journey at certain places. The imprint of their tracks made everything, the hills, rivers and lakes. The long edge of the Darling Escarpment is said to represent the body of a woggle, and is the symbolic representation of the woggle that appears on all Bibbulmun Track trail markers. It's believed that if the woggle is disturbed, it will bring catastrophe to the people. Although Dale Road is drivable with a standard car, it is advisable to use a four-wheel drive if possible, as the track can get quite rough with corrugations and the occasional pothole. If you do plan on driving and then walking in to Mount Dale Camp, park your car on the corner of Omeo Rd and Dale Road. The GPS coordinates are at the top of your screen. This is where the Bibbulmun Track intersects the road.
You can see it on camera, but a little bit of smoke haze through the forest, a bit of atmosphere to the forest. There's the burn off happening not too far away towards Kalamunda. This is probably the easiest section of track that I have walked so far. So this is ideal for anybody, no matter your fitness. 2.5 k's in, a beautiful campsite. I'd have loved to have got more footage of the camp, but there was a couple there that I mentioned earlier, and they were having a bit of a rest, so I didn't want to start getting out camera stuff and annoying them. But it's a really nice spot. It's just tucked into the bush, and you've got a nice view of Mount Dale throughout a majority of the walk. So it is a really nice section of track. You just park your car just off Dale Road.
As always, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this episode, and if it's your first time here, please consider subscribing and click the bell. That way you won't miss my next episode, and I will see you again very soon on Epic Drives Western Australia.
I'm Dan. Catch ya.